Hello, it's been a while. Welcome back to Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Since my last visit, I've been stuck on the M6 and I've been to France. You know, I've got a new #1 coaster now as well. We're going to be getting on my #2 Icon very soon. I can't believe I'm saying this. After 5 years, it's of course been topped by two Tatis. But yeah, honestly, it's great to be back. We've had a morning ride on Nick Street. It's honestly one of the best rides I've ever had on that. Loads of airtime near the back of the train. It's definitely better than Todd Air to Zeus. I do apologise throughout this vlog if my voice goes a bit funny. I don't know, like, my sister was ill for the second half of the France trip, which was a week ago as of recording, and all our family's got something. Like, don't get me wrong, I feel alright myself, but all I know is that, you know, something funny's going on in my house, my throat that is. So it looks like our second ride of the day is going to be my first ride on the reimagined Big Dipper, which reopened when I was travelling to Paris, or the day before. Josh and Danielle have been on this, but not me. Is it good, Danielle?
Yes, very smooth.
That's good to know.
5 minutes later.
Retrack? What retrack? That felt no different. We've just been on Big Dipper, and I should first of all clarify that I have always really liked this coaster. Apart from the odd really bad ride on it in like 2019, I've always loved it. And I never had a problem with that bank curve before it was retracked. But yeah, it does have that side-to-side motion, obviously, that people were saying, you know, hopefully this retrack was going to get rid of. And it's not got rid of it at all. Rode the exact same. Needless to say, I don't really care because I've never had a problem with it. Yeah, overall, really good ride. It is obviously raining today. I haven't mentioned that yet, but the weather's meant to be really bad today. But we've come because, you know, Amelie has come up. Even though I'm not a big fan of Pleasure Beach in the rain, but it is what it is. 12 hours, you know.
Bank holiday at the time, and you called me a chicken for not going.
True. Overall, really enjoyed Big Dipper. I'm not a fan of the restraints though. They were pretty bad. Possibly even worse than they were before. The lap bars are a bit stapling on there, but again, you know, better than Todd Air to Zeus at Park Asterix. That's all that matters. So, I didn't actually vlog around the Icon Plaza where we normally vlog after Icon because she lost me bag, Danielle. Well, we didn't. She forgot to pick it up, and then like I was like, when we got out, because she normally helps me in that when we've been on ride and picks both our bags up. Gives me like, where's my bag? Oh, she forgot to pick it up. So then she had to go back and get it pretty much, and it was just a bit rushed and stuff. No, we shouldn't. But yeah, obviously Icon, you know, two Tatis is obviously a much better ride in a completely different league. It was a good ride on Icon though, to be fair. Running pretty well, but obviously two Tatis is a lot better. The restraints on those Intamin trains are better for starters. They don't staple as much. And you know, the Mac ones do staple quite a bit, and then apart from that, two Tatis is just faster and more aggressive, and the more aggressive the better, as long as it's smooth. That was pretty sick. Yes! An Avalanche has got a new sign somewhere over there, by the way, guys. Yeah, so that got added, was it this week? I'm not sure. But I had to get this in while I took the shot of Revolution just there. But yeah, quite like it. Quite vibrant. And yeah, hopefully that means that Avalanche is here to stay, because there's been rumours in the past about that leaving the park. The one at Park Asterix is quite good, by the way. Their bobsleigh coaster. PB radio somewhere over there. They actually took that away at the start of this year, but it's back again now. And right, let me turn the camera around. Unfortunately, there was, you know, people walking there, so it might be a bit less obvious if I'm filming myself. But yeah, just thought I'd update you. PB radio's back. We just did Wallet and Gromit over that way. And yeah, having a good time. The mist is on, guys. And yeah, Amelie's going on for a second time at first since the reimagining. Are you looking forward to Valhalla, Amelie?
Oh yeah!
Hooray! But yeah, thankfully, Amelie's dad's offered to look after our bags, so we don't even have to worry about that this time. Amelie, what did you think of Valhalla?
Where's my backwards drops on? That's what I think. Nah,
That's what I got asked on the second lift though.
Me and Josh have been waiting to do it for a very long time. But no, I'm so glad that I did it. I've obviously done the original Valhalla, but the new one, I enjoyed the soundtrack, I enjoyed the atmosphere, a lot of the effects were working. Obviously it needs little tweaks and little improvements, but overall they've done a really good job and I can't really fault it, and bloody sights.
Yeah, so yeah, pretty much everything bar maybe one fireball was working, the ring of fire was working. Yeah, but yeah, we're in Loki's bar now because Amelie also hasn't done Enzo, so we've just booked that.
Blind person to blind person, what are we thinking of the booking system?
Well, I didn't have too many problems with it, but
Blind person to very blind person then.
apparently Amelie had some like issues. I'm not quite sure what happened, but she struggled to do it.
Yeah, now Josh gets a coke out of it.
Yeah, I'm all good to be honest.
But yeah, obviously you do have to put all your bank details in and stuff, and it's a bit fiddly. £15, still an absolute bit of a rip-off in my opinion. But if it was £5 or £10, that'd be more reasonable. But I'm looking forward to seeing what Amelie thinks of it. We'll let you know how we get on, because I really enjoyed this last time. The heavens have opened. I'm looking at the view out there, like this concerns me. It's raining quite hard, and it was forecast for this today, but so far it's been okay. But yeah, we're just waiting to go on Enzo. We've got a few minutes to go. Look at the floor. Yeah, not pleasant. Welcome back, riders. How was your ride? And I've not got a chance to speak to them, so we'll do that afterwards. So me and Danielle here have completed Enzo. Well, we've been on Enzo, I should say. And yeah, not worth £15, definitely not when you're together. It's a lot better when you're on your own. We didn't spin at all, I don't think, not one spin. I think we got some spins when on my own, but needless to say, we did go through some of the elements in very interesting ways. We got backwards air time on the second section of the ride. We went through the 0G a bit weirdly, sidewaysy. Overall it was good, but it wasn't,
It wasn't as good as, like, Solo.
No, Solo was a lot better. But I'd definitely take 2 Tatis over Enzo still. Even though, Enzo is the best way to experience Icon for sure. And yeah, even having, the race seats, it does emphasise some of the airtime moments a bit more. Which is obviously really great. So, yeah. So, Amelie, how did you find Enzo?
We got quite a good spin, actually. It was honestly, to be honest, it's what I was expecting. I'm not disappointed. I'm not overly thrilled, just thought it was pretty solid, to be honest.
You got a decent spin.
Yeah, it was decently intense as well. It was good. We got a lovely spin, actually. It was quite good. It was quite slow through the inversion and that, so it was quite good.
Yeah. Joshua, what did you think?
Yeah, better than the first time.
Was it actually?
Yeah.
That's weird, because
got more like backwards and more like side. Like didn't really spin.
Different angles of it,
Didn't really spin quickly and intensely.
neither did we, no.
But, the highlight of it was probably going into the second launch. Like we were sideways and we had a right it. Did the S-bends backwards. Did all the 0G roll. The 0G roll backwards. Or whatever it's called. The Immelman as well, we did that like sideways.
Yeah, we did it sideways.
So yeah, not loads of spin, but like we didn't do much of the ride forwards, so yeah, that's fine. Still don't think it's worth 15.
It's definitely not.
15, it's worth maybe 5.
Yeah, I'd say 5.
Especially when it can be inconsistent in terms of like how much you do.
I would honestly say 5 at a
We're not
push.
the heaviest people, are we?
No, we're not.
Yeah.
Sounds like you had a better ride than us, slightly, but
Yeah, we enjoyed
It
it.
wasn't.
Okay, so give it
We
a go.
enjoyed it.
I know we had a lot of like stuff with the cards earlier, but like I think the whole process is quite efficient in getting on it overall.
It is.
Like away from like
After you've
putting the wrong stuff in where they have to be.
It's interesting how you had a better ride than the first time when like you had someone else right with you.
Yeah, well,
maybe
I think
it's
the same side as well. But
yeah.
yeah, we'll see. Might give it another go before the end of the season.
So it's been a little while since we spoke to you because we did actually do, finally, after years of being too scared to go in, the scare maze outside the park, Passage de Terror. Sorry if my pronunciation isn't great of Spanish because that is Spanish for Passage of Terror. Passage del Terror we tend to pronounce it here in the UK. But yeah, really good scare maze. And I do have a separate video for that already on the channel, so make sure you go and check that out after this. But we are now going on Infusion because, you know, gotta do it. Family's only visit of the year, or one of probably. So yeah, you know, and you know, gotta do it for her so she gets on it, even though it's not that great a ride. But touch wood. Oh, there we go.
That's not wood.
I think it was that sort of, but
That was metal, not wood.
it hasn't been that bad this year on the rides we have done on it. Infusion was absolutely fine. Well, not absolutely fine, but it was good. It was smoothish. It was still jolty, but yeah, it all depends on the weather, where you sat on it, the train you're on, and then you took one off just before I got on it, and how you sat on it as well. For that, you want to be sat with your head against the right side of the restraint, and then you'll get a smoothish ride on it, where you're not rattled about too much. You will still get head banging, but it won't be as bad as if you were to just ride it, you know, sat forward. So it's been longer than I'd care to admit since that last clip you saw was filmed, but we did have a brilliant time at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. It was great to see Amelie again and getting Passage del Terror for my first ever time, and I think it's safe to say that I definitely enjoyed it a lot more than everyone else in the group. And if I enjoyed it, there's a chance that you may enjoy it too, which is why you should go and watch this video on the right side of your screen, where I give you my full in-depth review of Passage and tell you everything you need to know before you step inside. And for more things theme park related in the UK and beyond, make sure you click the icon in the centre of your screen to subscribe and click the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload.